2023 is coming to an end, and the big guys, the Reddits and the Spotify's and more, are coming up with the Wrapped feature, a yearly review for us users. So I'm going to go through them, starting with the one and the only Reddit. As you can see, the touch point right here from the notification center. As we go in, we get the yearly recap. The bananas, it's a little bit weird. We scrolled that many bananas, I guess, sort of like that's their edge for how to do it cool. Personal details about the user, maybe you heard this elsewhere because they went elsewhere to another subreddit. I'm not sure why it's like that. It seems like the real estate is not quite being used very efficiently, but the scroll feels nice. Most successful posts came from halfway around the world. Not sure why it's interesting. Anyways, this is the main CDA, the share right here. So looking at this shareable thing they came up with, that's nice. I like that interactivity that I can hide the username and the avatar, so privacy first. That's very much aligned with Reddit. They are taking me to the subreddit for this. Okay, when I click share, it downloads an image, so that's not so great CDA because they trust me to take that image and then share it later on. So we'll see soon others that are doing it better. Going through like the navigation, going to subreddit for recap is not so useful in my opinion. Looking at the mobile view, it seems like this was maybe designed mobile first, so maybe mobile is the go-to for the designers working on this before desktop, because it just feels like it captures better what the screen has to offer in terms of real estate. So definitely okay, definitely nice to see this, but not exactly the best out of all. Better shareability on mobile though. And then moving on to Raycast. So I love the design, and everybody loves the design for Raycast. The bento grid here that captures, like, takes my eyes to where the information they want me to see. How many days ago this was installed? Not that useful because it's just a new computer, but anyways, it just looks beautiful. Doesn't capture the entire screen, as you can see. The three buttons. What's the lock here? The data is stored locally, so very much aligned with what I think Raycast is, which is like their first sort of product. Nice to see the most used extensions. I guess it's sort of like all this entire product is tapping into being more productive. So interesting to see like in what ways I was more productive. I guess obviously Windows management is a killer. Top applications launched. That one's a little bit tricky because DaVinci it just crashes. So I'm relaunching DaVinci more than other stuff. So doesn't mean much, but it just looks so beautiful. Look at this overall recap. I love that it puts everything together. Super beautiful. So copy paste to the clipboard, which is just much better CTA, easier to share. Moving to the one and the only Spotify, they are the most known. So you see the touch point right on the main screen right here. These are the OGs, right? They sort of like known for coming up with the rap feature. We get the top tracks for globally, I guess like just the charts and my personal rap, right? So the songs I listened to most. Obviously, this is a mobile first kind of thing. And if we go into, they do it like stories. So it's interesting to see this anti-pattern of like anti-design kind of thing. Obviously, this is very intentional. As you can see, just like weird shapes that aren't aligned and brings on different styles. This was big in 2023. What I listened to the most, cool. Obviously, this is swipeable, so I can jump back and forth between the sort of insights. It's nice to see they use different metrics like the minutes listened, which is aligned with the company's North Star KPI, right? So like hours listened, but also more sort of like binary things like what is the most listened to kind of song. So it's nice on the scroll, as you can see, very front and center. So this is not something you can miss. And then you get the rap globally kind of thing. So who were the top artists, the top songs, etc. So it's very clearly differentiated between what is my rap versus the just general audience kind of rap. There's a clear hierarchy. Obviously, my rap kind of thing, which is probably more interesting to me, is above the fold. very front and center, versus the global wrap, which is kind of just another playlist for the end of the year. And very clear CTA. If you want to share this, then I guess this is what they're after, right? To strengthen the brand, to get everybody sharing the wrap kind of thing, which interestingly kind of takes us to the discussion of how this ties back to specific APIs, how money comes at the end of the funnel of working on this feature. Moving on to Revolut, which is the up and coming one for the year. Look at this design, it's just stellar. So obviously you don't care that much what I spend on, but in terms of what this feature brings, is just absolutely mind-blowing kind of design. I'm showing here the interactivity of the cards. It's swipeable, as you can see on the dots at the top very clearly, but it's fully interactive, which is something we haven't really seen before. Just like how many times I use my card, it's not really interesting, but making it interactive for users, I just think it's one step forward. Definitely, I think will increase engagement. So that's pretty cool. For me, I just use my card when I travel, obviously, and eat outside when I'm abroad. So this is what it looks like. But just looking overall at how it's done, and the fact that we have the sticky CDA for share with friends, which just makes it even easier to share. So it's probably performing pretty well. The design is just out of this world, if you ask me.